What up, what up? Another slapdick podcast coming at you. The real Coach JB, my main man Spree, coming to you on this Wednesday. New Year's of 2020. So I want to wish everybody out there Happy New Year's. Man, time flies, brother. Time's a thief in the night. And they don't give a shit about what you got going on. It's going to keep moving on.
Yes, sir.
2020. That means it's been 21 years since we played JUCO together.
God damn, that long?
Think about that shit.
Ooh, shit.
Actually, 22 years. 98?
Damn.
Damn,
shit.
dog.
You old than a motherfucker, because I ain't.
Damn.
You 300 pounds, 400, whatever you are.
He said
Yeah, I'm, you know what I'm saying,
I ain't
220 or so.
300. You 3 something and shorter than me.
New Year resolutions, baby. New Year.
New Year resolution, man. Lose some weight.
We're going to start this, with that good diet drink shit.
Lucky I'm 6'3" and you 5'11". I'm blessed there. But hey, it's episode 9. We're going to name it First Choices and Second Chances. So we'll get to what that means. You know, I think we all make our own choices. Life's about choices. We make them. But do we deserve second chances? So we're going to get into that. A little quote of the day, man, on this 2020. I think we need to it's a great year to make it a fucking great year. Yeah. All you guys out there, there's no excuses. We control the day. Don't let the day control us. And I think you need to wake up determined and able to go to sleep satisfied. So that's the quote of the day. Wake your ass up determined so you can go to sleep satisfied. And if you don't get if you're not, you don't have no determination, man, you ain't going to sleep satisfied. You ain't going to never have any satisfaction. So that's just my take on it. Make 2020 a great one. And let's get into this podcast. We got a lot going on. Hope you guys enjoyed the Eddie George podcast on Monday. That was a good one. And we had a lot more guests to follow. So we got it lined up already. So I'm just going to get to it. But we got a lot to get on the plate. We got a lot of things happen, man. We've been gone a few days besides the Eddie George podcast since Christmas. So we've been gone, but we had a lot of hot topics, man. I mean, you know, the Lakers and the Clippers played on Christmas Day. Lakers pretty much dominated the game from tip.
Did they?
And you know, it was a good game, but I think the Lakers controlled it, and then they lose at the end. You know, they're up like 101-94 with 3-4 minutes left and choked it off. But then LeBron has this excuse: he's hurt. And, man, Kobe never had that excuse. Magic never had those excuses. Larry Bird never had those excuses. Jordan never had those excuses. I just think to be that greatest player ever, which a lot of people think LeBron is, I don't know if you could always have these fucking excuses. So,
well, he played. Well, he said he was hurt before that game, so he came out and played.
I mean, he played. He don't miss games now. I don't know. At least I give him credit for not doing that fucking load management shit. LeBron at least plays if he's not really injured. So I think there is a difference between being hurt and being injured. I think he doesn't. I think he plays if he's hurt. So, but you know, since Christmas game, you know, I walked away with that game, even though I was busy before I traveled to Seattle for the clitoris cancer deal. Based on the stat line and the victory and the last couple years on what this man's done, I walked away saying Kawhi Leonard's the best player in the world. And, you know, I'm a Laker fan, die hard, but, you know, nuts and guts, man. I mean, Kawhi walked away, to me, as the more dominant player.
Yeah, he had some help. I mean,
yeah. They all got help. I'm just saying, I just think, I don't see Kawhi turning shit down. I see LeBron turning shit down. I still have never seen LeBron be that guy, the go-to guy to end, you know, superstars and guys with the it factor, like I like to call it. They don't miss free throws down the stretch. They got ice in their veins. They want the rock. all those things, and LeBron to me is continuing to be the guy that's turned that away. So I don't know. I like Kawhi got that killer in him. He's got that Kobe in him a little bit. I don't put him on Kobe's level, near Kobe's level, but
he killing Kobe.
Oh fuck! Here we
Fucking
go.
killing Kobe. I don't know why y'all.
But
put
right
Kobe
now,
up there.
no, this guy's.
Come on, man.
So everybody out there knows this guy he just learned who Kawhi Leonard was and what basketball really is. So,
Man.
So what you think about these bowl games, man? They are fucking horrible. I think Hawaii plays BYU Christmas Eve at like 4:30 Hawaii time. I mean, there was like fucking 50 people in the game. Like, why? What's the bowl committee doing? Like, why would you play Christmas Eve in fucking Honolulu?
Everybody out there eating Kahlua pig and shit.
I don't understand.
Fuck about that game.
These games are fucking. They're meaningless. That's why a lot of these kids ain't playing in them. I think it's just hurting the game, and I just think the bowl committee needs to reevaluate themselves. Miami loses to La Tech. That's Louisiana Tech for you guys that don't know what La Tech is. I mean, what has happened in this age? I mean, what has happened to college football? Miami, Florida State. Well, how are they irrelevant? USC. It's unbelievable to me. But Louisiana Tech beats Miami, shuts them out, and Miami fires the OC. So,
what you need, Stogie, man?
Stogie, shut the fuck up. I got a beef with this bowl committee and how they're picking bowl games. I think they're shit. And man, it ain't Miami's OC that fucking lost the game. It's the culture. It starts with the head coach. It starts with the fucking, shit rolls downhill, man. And I don't know. I just think it's a fucking horrible job these guys are doing recruiting. How about USC loses to Iowa, and they look fucking horrible, man. And then Coach Helton goes and turns around and fires the D coordinator, Pendergrass. Special team coordinator, Baxter. Fires them.
Did he fire his motherfucking self?
But, dog, did you see the release? He says, after talking to Mike Bone, the AD, he informed me that I needed to make decisions.
Damn.
And changes.
Wait a minute.
Like,
hold up.
yeah.
Wait, no, they got to switch roles then.
So I'm
he need to be the AD, and old boy need to come on and do his coaching thing.
And then it's unbelievable to me, man, how it's being allowed at SC. And then you got Leonard, Bush, Sanchez. You got all these dudes on Twitter bashing everybody. Like, what the fuck's going on? Man, it's bad. It's bad right now. It's just unbelievable. Got former players, man. They got former players pissed.
They got to get Bush his fucking trophy back.
Yeah,
the fuck they need to start with.
They got bad. They got former players, man. NFL guys, analysts, pissed. They're bashing SC, man. It's just unbelievable. I'm just fucking in awe. I'm in awe of how SC is right now. How shitty they are in all aspects, recruiting, fucking playing.
It's like some Poly shit. So Long Beach High School Poly.
Yeah.
Like
okay, so look, and Poly would beat the Mater Days and the Centennials here and there.
Right.
But consistently, when Poly had to play a De La Salle or one of those disciplined teams, they lost.
Man.
And they had much more talent, right?
Yeah.
Dog, Iowa walked out with 6 lines, uniformed. Fucking, they all look the same. SC comes out, motherfuckers in short shirts, hats, headphones. They're coming out. It's an individual thing, man. And just because you're in the hood in LA don't mean you got to be hood. And the coaching staff is a fucking joke, in my opinion. And like I said, I know guys on that staff, man, but it starts at the top. The Patriots, once again, last week proved why they're, AFC East champs 11 years in a row. When it counts, they win. I picked Buffalo to win that. Thought they'd get over the hump. New England figured a way out. But also, New England ended up losing this past weekend to Miami, to a former coach of Belichick's, and put New England in the fucking wild card seat for the first time since I think 2007 or something like that. So
think it might be 2009.
Something like that. New England, but New England's not used to being in a wild card, so I think they'll host Tennessee Titans though.
But but Patriots is dangerous. All
Yeah,
never put them cats out. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so
if they did make the playoffs, nigga, they might still win.
So
that type of shit.
I'm just saying, who the fuck wants to play them in the wild card? So hey, you know what it is. The BCS games, man. I don't know if you watched them. The two playoff games. I'm gonna give you my take on this thing, man. Besides Ohio State, when the playoffs first began, Ohio State was the 4 seed, and they ended up beating Alabama, and they ended up winning it. That's the rare time. But, that league was better. The 4 teams in it, I think, deservingly belonged in the playoff. The 4 seed this year was Oklahoma. I think everybody agreed before the final pairings were voted on that the 4th seed team was just going to be a team that fucking got to play on TV and got to go through the fucking bowl.
There wasn't no worthy force
process. No, there was none. And I think that the 4th seed, man, unless it's like, people are questioning now, should they have put Alabama in that 4th spot again or Georgia? You know what I mean? Because I think it would have been a better situation. Oklahoma gets absolutely fucking mollywopped.
Obliterated.
And everybody knew it. Their defense is horrible. That league's defense is horrible. The conference they play in is horrible. They're not up to that big-time playoff level football. My thing was, why even let Oklahoma in it? Why is the 4th seed getting in it? I truly believe there needs to be 3 teams in the playoffs. The best team gets a bye. Clemson and Ohio State should have played, and it was a great game. Everybody watched a great game, Clemson, Ohio State. And now Clemson plays LSU, and there's your true national champ. I mean, the 4th seed is irrelevant. Oklahoma was better suited going to play in the fucking Alamo Bowl or some shit, and or playing a better, in their bowl game they could have won, and shit. Let their seniors end up with a bowl ring, man. But fuck, they get obliterated by fucking LSU. The Heisman Trophy winner, Joe Burrow, proved why he was a Heisman winner. There should be no debate. Me and Eddie George talked last week, though, or last Monday, that, Chase Young for Ohio State, the DN, who got suspended 2 games by the NCAA for, buying his girlfriend a fucking flight to the Rose Bowl last year. If he plays those 2 games, I mean, there's maybe another 6-7 sacks there, and he was invited to the Heisman race. And does he get the Heisman? I don't know, but Joe Burrow, man, is a class act. He's epitome of Heisman, and he fucking dominated Oklahoma, man. He was flawless. And what do you have? Account for 8 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns, some shit.
Where he going? Cincinnati.
So.
Where's he going, to Cincinnati?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Who got him first?
Bengals. Bengals are on the clock.
Damn.
They should have just named him the starter today, for next year. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on the Natty, man? LSU has been great all year. They beat Alabama, obviously. They've beat some great teams. But, I'm a Dabo Swinney guy. I love what he does there. I think Clemson is the most dominant team in college football. I think they've been that way last few years. They've won 29 in a row. I think they make it number 30. And I think they, it's the Tigers versus the Tigers in the Natty. And I think the Clemson Tigers win this one. I'd like to see Coach O get one. I think he's well-deserved. But I think Clemson the culture is set. LSU is setting theirs. Clemson is expected to win, and I think they expect to win. Where I think LSU is not happy to be there, so to speak. But I think this is going to be a new scene for them, and they'll have to learn if they're going to be a year in, year out contender like Alabama, Clemson has been. LSU's going to have to they're going to have to prove it to me. So I think it'll be a great game, though. I think they're two great offenses, 2 great defenses, and
I think LSU going to pull it off.
Yep. So it'll be a good game. What's your thoughts, man? We're still on these hot topics. Marshawn Lynch, he pulls up to Seattle when it's in his truck and opens the door and a million Skittles falls out.
He's the candy man.
Yeah. Hey, I talked to Eddie on if you listen to the last week or Monday's podcast with Eddie George, I think we thought if anybody could sit out a year and come back, it is Marshawn. Hey, I think he did really well against Frisco on Sunday, and he balled out for what I think he could have played. I think he carried the ball 16 times, maybe 15 times. Had about 40 yards, had a touchdown. Think he could have had another one if they didn't have a fucking delay of game on the 1 inch line.
If they fuck Marshawn Lynch off again, once again, they owe this motherfucker a ring.
Yeah, so
they fucked him over with the. Come on, man.
I don't know. Hand the ball off. It's very the NFL's playoff seedings and procedures are shitty in my opinion too. They're similar to the college bowls committee. You know, the Seahawks are still probably you can argue they're one of the best teams still. They won 11 games. They have to travel to a Philadelphia team that went 8-8 or what are they?
9-7 barely.
So
I mean, they should get rid of the NFC. I mean that East Coast, all that shit over there. They should just get rid of it or something. This shit is fucking terrible. How do you be 7 and fucking 9 and make you're leading the fucking your conference? That shit's so fucking retarded.
They gotta look into that, man. I think it's they got to reestablish some things and fix some shit. But I don't know. I think if they would have won that game against the Niners, they would have had a bye. Marshawn could have got more acclimated. I think Seahawks would have been very fucking dangerous. I still think they're going to be dangerous. I pick them to beat Philadelphia. And I think the Saints will skip by the Vikings. They had a great one last year or 2 years ago. They're going to have another one, I think, this year. And it'll be a dogfight again.
Saints will get their revenge from that old shit that happened a couple years ago.
Yeah, so I think it'll be the Seahawks and the Saints, and that'll be a great game again. And we'll see. I think the Seahawks are dangerous, and then the Niners are gonna. I just think the Niners lack the experience in the big playoff game, where the Seahawks have it. I still think they have enough. They have the veteran Wiley coach. They have a lot of experienced staff guys that I think can get the Seahawks over the hump. But, we'll see. Niners are on a roll, and they've had a great year.
That motherfuckers is kind of dangerous. I keep thinking they're going to fall off.
Yeah.
Like they're going to fall off. They're going to fall off, and they keep trucking. I'm like, God damn.
The defense is slid a little bit. They're not as good as they were, but also they've been playing teams that have had better offenses as of late. So we'll see. I also picked Kirk Cousins to beat Aaron Rodgers last Monday night, and he did not, and he proved why he can't get over the hump. He just can't do it. Some people have the it factor, some don't. He just can't get over the fucking hump. He couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers, so Aaron Rodgers this past weekend came back and beat the Detroit Lions, so they'll get a bye, I believe, in the playoffs, so they're dangerous too. Anytime Aaron Rodgers leads you out on the field, they're a dangerous, formidable opponent as well. So we'll see. Did you hear about this Mississippi State quarterback misses their bowl game because he got socked in the face by a teammate? You hear about this shit at practice? So Mississippi State's quarterback starter gets socked in the face in a fight with his own team before practice ends, and fucks his eye off and can't play in the bowl game. So my thing is to you, dog.
Get your scraps up. That's my thing to you. Get your fucking scraps up.
First of all, you can't be a bitch and play quarterback. I don't give a fuck. You just can't be you can't be that. If you're getting your ass beat, then fuck, nobody's gonna fucking look up to you.
Unless you just got blindsided or some shit. You didn't know it was coming.
But is that a lack of control by the staff, or what the fuck's cracking? You're in a bowl game, and you have a fight, and your quarterback's involved. To me, it means there's something happened to where lack of control, lack of fucking. I don't know.
Some personal shit. It could have been some personal shit.
But it's disrespectful to the head coach, in my opinion, to go ahead and sock your quarterback.
He got a red jersey on, don't he?
Ah, man.
So you ain't supposed to touch that motherfucker.
But I'm saying they got into a fucking fist fight, so you know how that is. So I don't know, man. That's probably why Mississippi State is what they are. But you can't be a bitch and play quarterback. I'm just sorry to say. But at the same time, the kid that hit the quarterback or even tried to fight him,
Right.
you know, you're a fucking selfish fuck too. And you know, there's no care in the world these cats have anymore. They don't give a fuck about what the repercussion is, what can happen. And leading into that, man, did you see the quarterback? I got two kids that play at Eastern Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The head coach there is a guy named Coach Creighton, a great dude. He came down and visited me at Independence, and basically he wanted to walk around with me and see what we did as far as how we rebuilt Independence, and that's what he was at Eastern Michigan. He was in that process of rebuilding, and he got to see some things I was doing. And I had ordered these mechanic shirts, basically a mechanic shirt. My dad was a diesel mechanic, so I got
Kyle Treasy, huh?
Yeah, and I've been around it my whole life, even when they owned a truck repair in Long Beach back in the day called Brown Truck Repair. So I've been around truck mechanic shirts. I always thought they were cool, and I thought they, they represented like hard-working grinders.
But you can't fix a motherfucking thing.
I'm great with cars.
On a fucking car.
Okay, it's twisted. It's in the bloodline, dog. So it's drinking. But, Coach Creighton thought it was a great idea. He adopted it. They wore some similar ones in their bowl game, and I saw people tweeting about them and giving me credit, and I appreciate it and all that. But, I don't know if I'm the first person to do it. I'm the first person that I've seen do it. But we did it on Wednesdays. We called it Work Boot Wednesday. And I brought hard hats and work boots for our staff. And on Wednesdays, it was an expected hard working day for our staff to go out there and get those kids. And it's hump day also, so you want to get the most out of them. And that's why I did Work Boot Wednesday. But he loved the idea. I built a sand trap out in front of our weight room. He loved that idea. And he was a humble guy. He's a great dude. And he's got two of my players up there playing for him. Bryson Cannon is our tight end. Richard Bates is their center, and I know Cannon played a lot in that game. But their quarterback, number 9, the last name was Glass, I believe. He was balling. He had a good game, and Eastern Michigan has not won a bowl game since, I believe, 1986. Damn. So they had a chance to beat a Power 5 school, and man, the quarterback socks a cat. Late in the fourth quarter.
Oh, this quarterback hard. He's socking somebody. He's not getting socked.
He socks a dude with a helmet on with his throwing hand.
Oh,
so that's
dumb as fuck.
So you do that, gets kicked out the game, and basically their team loses, I think, by 3 or 4 points, and had a chance to win the game. And Max Crosby, a guy I love, the Raiders rookie. I'm gonna get on the show. He's a fan of the show. We talk a lot. He came and kind of defended the kid and said he's a great kid, great leader, and And he knew the kid. Obviously knows him. He played there. Max played at Eastern Michigan. So Coach Creighton came out, who I respect a lot, and defended the kid and said, he made a mistake, but he knows the kid's true nature, and he's a well-nurtured kid and all this. I just can't buy into the shit, dog.
Why you can't buy into that?
Because he's a quarterback. The quarterbacks are different. You know what I'm saying? Unless you played it, unless you are a coach and understand the whole totality of the ins and outs and fine intricacies of this whole game. The quarterback's the highest paid player, right?
Yeah.
For a reason. He's either the GOAT or the hero. You know what I'm saying? The wide receiver, you've seen wide receivers drop touchdowns and it's forgotten very quickly.
Right.
Quarterbacks if they lose the game and they throw a pick, they're the fucking GOAT for a whole year. They're the GOAT. If they win the Super Bowl, they're the fucking man, and they get to fuck the prom queen, and they're the shit. Well, you're the GOAT or the hero. There's very few positions in life like that, and there's no fucking place. It's not in your job description to miss class. It's not in your job description to not be the leader. It's not in your job description to fucking not.
You the glue. You the glue to the whole setup.
Yeah, and everyone follows you, no matter if you make a right at the stop sign or you make a fucking left. He made a fucking left, and he fucked his team. And I just think it's the era, man, that the game has changed. Like, I don't know if a quarterback would have did that shit back in my era. Like, I was as nasty and feisty as the quarterback you could find, but I did that shit in the huddle with my team in the huddle. Cuss my old line out, whatever I did. Grab my center by the face mask. But I also cooked them. I also cooked for them motherfuckers.
You grab them by the ass, too.
Yeah. And the center. I also cook for them motherfuckers every Friday. And I also bought them shit. And, respect earns, respect given. They knew the fuck. It's just like coaching. My kids knew. That's why you had never seen a kid bash me after they left me, because they know the real. And, you only see so much shit on a fucking show. But, they knew the real. And the same was when I was a player. But I can't believe that the quarterback would do that. And, it was a selfish move. I think you can't be that fucking hot-headed. Even though I was a hot-headed cat, you can't do that shit on the field and fuck your team off, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I just don't think the quarterback has that.
Not that it matters. Was he black or white?
Black.
Black dude? Okay.
So, fuck, there's been some feisty quarterbacks out there, man. You had Jim Plunkett back in the day, was as nasty as he got. I mean, you've had a lot of quarterbacks that have gone that were just Brett Favre, you talk big shit, and, you got Elway, and fuck, you've had a lot of quarterbacks, man. Jeff George was an asshole. You had a lot of dudes come through, man, but, you ain't gonna fucking protect the merchandise, man. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Especially the motherfucker hits a guy with his throwing hand. But ignorance is life-threatening, man. Hope the kid learns. I'm not going to judge the kid off of one play in his career, but, that's the one that I saw and everybody will remember. And right now, that's what he's remembered for, because it's about what have you fucking done for me lately. And just imagine, you don't do that and you win the fucking game, you're a hero. Yeah. And right now, you're the GOAT, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. So getting into, before we get into our meat and potatoes, man, which is some meaty and some thick fucking conversation we're about to have. I gotta drop our show sponsor for the podcast sponsor, man. Is brought to you this week by MyBookie. And so Christmas is come and gone, but the Super Bowl is quickly approaching. We've seen just what our teams are capable of this season, and now it's time to get your last bets in before the bowl. Will the Ravens be able to get it done? Will Brady and the Patriots get themselves another fucking ring? I bet you have a feeling. So head over to mybookie.ag to make your predictions a reality. MyBookie is one of the most trusted in the industry. If you're looking for a sports book to make some bets for the bowl games, MyBookie is where you want to go. Football not your thing? No worries. MyBookie's got it all, from the NBA to the Premier League. They've got the fastest payouts, best promotions, and a very helpful 24/7 customer service team. You can even pool your bets together for a bigger payout. Let's say you got a couple of big favorites this week, parlay wagers. Let you bet multiple games together, and if they all come through, you win big. MyBookie has more lines and better odds for the players than any other sports book around. If you join now, MyBookie will match your deposit halfway, all the way up to $1,000. That means for you guys that are not math majors, if you deposit $2,000, you'll get an extra $1,000 in free money to play with. Sounds like a good ass deal to me. All you have to do is use our promo code BLV. That's BLV to activate the offer. Once again, that promo code is BLV to get your extra cash from MyBookie. Bet, win, and get paid. MyBookie, go peep it out.
I will be getting it, MyBookie.
No doubt.
I ain't got no $2,000, but I got about $40 or something. 30.
You lost that on DraftKings.
Shit.
Shit.
I retired off DraftKings in about 3 days. About $20 a day I lost.
So
Shit.
You're just a slapdick. You hence the slapdick
Hence the
sweaters.
shirt.
Hence the slapdick sweaters. We got some gray ones, some white ones, some black ones. We're rocking new slapdick sweaters. Go check it out. jbstore.com. Get you some hoodies or get you any gear you want.
And the play that's drawn up on this fucking sweater.
Yeah,
Garbage play must be drawn up by
it's fucked up.
Coach
but,
Brown.
I didn't draw it, but it is what it is. You know, we talk about a weeble wobble linebacker all you want. That's what you want. And you can also get the book, Hate Me Now, Love Me Later, on CoachJBStore.com and a variety of other things. So go check it out. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube channel, which is on our bio link on our social media.
Yeah, follow me. I love it. The cats got me over 4-something.
Oh, shit.
Appreciate y'all, my followers. I love y'all.
Are you?
Love y'all. Over 4-something.
So getting into this meat and potatoes, man. This is why I call this episode First Choices, Second Chances. The reason I call it that, man, is the USA Today reporter reaches out to me on an email. And this email says, I am a reporter for the USA Today network reaching out to you for comment and to request an interview for an upcoming news story that concerns you and Independence Community College. I'm like, it don't just concern me. That means you're making up a fucking story and trying to put my name in it. That's how I took it.
Sure wasn't a bill collector?
Nah, this was on fucking Christmas Eve, dog. Can you imagine this? So this on Christmas Eve. This motherfucker wants to talk to me.
Yeah, he a bill collector.
The story is a follow-up. This is what this motherfucker tells me. The story is a follow-up to our national investigation, Predator Pipeline, about how NCAA athletes transfer between schools after being disciplined for sexual misconduct. Our investigation found athletes punished for sexual assault frequently transferred to junior colleges before transferring to new NCAA schools, which allows them to skirt the NCAA's year of residence requirement, keep their skills sharp, and get recruited back to NCAA schools. The story is about how at least 4 ex-Division I football players on Independence's 2017 team, the subject of Last Chance U Season 3, joined U after being found responsible by their previous institutions for sexual offenses. And then they name the names, right?
Right.
We are interested in whether you or Independence was aware of these athletes being a danger on your campus. Now,
A danger, huh?
So, no, I wasn't aware, you fucking slapdick motherfucker. Why don't you fucking go do some real research, you fucking bottom feeder? So I'm going to blast this motherfucker out on Twitter, man. So you don't know. Watch. I hope all you fucking 100,000 plus people follow me on Twitter. Go fucking blast this dude when I blast it out this week.
And my 50.
So 50 people. But when this motherfucker's going to drop a story. He was going to do a story without me talking to him. Without talking to my former female athletic director, okay? Make sure you understand I said female.
Okay.
Remember, I have a daughter who's 21.
Yeah.
You have a daughter.
Yeah.
You know, we've never been into all that bullshit. And if you've watched the show, watch me, or know anything about me, obviously you know I didn't play that shit. You weren't gonna even call a girl the B word around me, or cat call, or do any disrespectful shit about women with me, especially having women AD. And my AD wasn't playing. She was a Title IX compliance officer. Okay, she's been at the Division I level. She's a Hall of Fame, K-State Hall of Famer. She knew the ins and outs of this thing. The University of Minnesota is the school we're talking about. It was a big-time story on ESPN a few years back. A good friend of mine was the coach, Coach Clays, and a great guy before him was the head coach that was named Jerry Kill, who resigned due to some seizure issues and so forth, and he recruited these kids. So I've talked to both guys involved. I hired a coach from the University of Minnesota who was one of the guys that opened up the door to this deal, this allegation, and was one of the staff members who actually had witnessed some things and knew a lot about it. So not only did I do all that digging and turning over rocks and figuring out, okay, are these kids even worth me giving a chance to? Because the only reason they were even worth giving a chance to is because they had no charges They were not convicted. And they found this girl to be bullshit. And these kids went through the ringer. And Coach Clay's, I don't know if you know, but I don't know how many $1 million coaches do you know out there that have not only threatened to boycott their bowl game at the time, but got fired over it. Like, what $1 million motherfucker ever sticks his neck out for these? Let's just say it, black kids. Let's just say it, black kids. Yeah. Who sticks their neck out for some black kids and risk their $1 million job? He did it. So kudos to Coach Clay. Great human being, by the way. He got 2 of my players up at Washington State as the D coordinator before he left. I think he's going to Virginia Tech now.
So they blaming these kids, and he's backing them. He's saying
what happened was these kids basically are, they get these fucking charges brought against them, and they're like, wait up. Well, the charges get dropped. They find out that it's bullshit. So they allow them,
the real police, or
not
the school.
Not the school. The school fucked up the investigation. Okay. It was bad. We read the 85-page dossier. Trust me, we did more than enough to get to understand this. So the kids get reinstated. Okay, they go back and play another 5, 6, 7 weeks. Well, bowl season's coming. Mm-hmm. This girl comes back and fucking gets a restraining order against these kids around the athletic facility, which includes the fucking stadium that they play in Minnesota.
Wow.
Plus the Factors facility. So these kids can't be around their own fucking facility.
So bowl game coming up.
Coach Clay goes to the admin and is like, listen, this is all bullshit. These kids don't have nothing. This girl
not charged with shit.
Not charged. The judge dropped it. Now they're fucking. They have a restraining order. Now they can't even fuck. So they fucking. He boycotts the bowl game and says we're not going to play it if these kids aren't clear to play. Well, he gets fired. Mm-hmm. He's fired later on after the bowl game. He's fired. They played the bowl game, but he gets fired. Those kids end up leaving, and after the investigation, I bring them to Independence. And I'm going to tell you, the 3 kids that were in this issue, I'm not going to say any names because it's not right, but the 3 kids, I would have let them babysit my daughter all day long. And, I'm a great judge of character, man.
Right.
Those kids were some great kids, man. And by the way, they all graduated from their 4-year institution last weekend with their bachelor degree. So kudos to those kids for working hard and getting through it. So the report, that email I read to you guys, it's so fucking slapping my face. It's so bad because first of all, they're saying was I aware of who I brought on my campus? No, I just told guys to just pack your shit and just come on my campus and play for me, you fucking idiot. So. Yeah, the research was done.
They're trying to create something out of nothing.
But did you hear this motherfucker saying they were found responsible? That's a way of saying that these black kids are guilty. No, they're not, motherfucker. There's no charges. There's no charges pending. And just so he didn't. I hope he recorded the message because I did. So that will be on an episode down the line, fellas. So, ladies and gentlemen, so you understand, I have that in my pocket. But I cussed the guy out because the truth of the matter is he didn't do any research, man. He's looking to fucking get a handout. He wants to make Last Chance U season 3 his fucking, name to fame.
Shit,
and he wants to get some fame off the shit. And he wants to use this shit. Why are you bringing these kids and trying to drag them through the mud this late in the game when they've already had some success? They went through JUCO jail with me. Moved on, got Division I scholarships, graduated. Now 2 of them are going to go to the NFL draft, at least try the process.
Mm-hmm.
Have had no hiccups. They were Class A, Class Acts with me. This is what this fucker don't get. And USA Today is fucking horrible, man, in this shit. They've done it to me a few times. Do they realize that it doesn't start or end with the head coach or the AD when it comes to bringing these kids in that have these charges, so-called charges or allegations or accusations?
It's a process, huh?
It's not only a process. First of all, it goes to outside sources, so they have to do background checks on these kids. If they don't clear a background, they're not allowed in our dorm room on the campuses. That goes for us, Division I, Division II, it doesn't matter. If they don't clear a background, they can't be allowed on the dorms. they can go to school because they got felons to go and take classes, especially at the JUCO level. But if they don't clear background, they can't even go and get in our dorm rooms. So they act like I'm the fucking just come on out. Like, no, they had to go through a background check. Yeah. So they cleared that, and we brought them in. And there's so many different things that these people they don't do any investigation, man. They're bottom feeders, and they're a bunch of fucks. They want to fucking drug these kids through the mud after they already went through it. By the way, he don't realize these kids filed a fucking big time class action racial discrimination lawsuit against the University of Minnesota.
As they should.
And
Minnesota too. That's
These are and these kids were from inner city, another inner city, but just they filed a fucking racial discrimination suit for that reason too. And this guy's trying to say like I don't know shit about them and they were shitty and you don't know shit about what you're fucking discussing, and it's sickening to me, man. But those kids, you know what they did, Spree? They made one bad decision, and that was being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
And that's what they're being basically fucking, they're being like executed for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta watch yourself around all these fucking females in college.
And man. I told them that. I said, hey, when I brought them in, I said, you guys fucked up by being there, right? They were like, yep, that's it, coach. We didn't do shit, but we were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And
looking for a ticket out. There's a lot of these chicks.
Yeah, man. And so, it's a cold business, man, and it's a cold game, and so you got to keep your head on the swivel, man, at all times. And
but for the reporter, fuck that cat.
The reporter's a slapdick, man. They do no research. They don't do any fucking sound investigation. They want to bury kids in the mud, bury their. It's unbelievable, man, how they do this shit. It's shame on them for digging up bullshit. And so they're gonna put their report out. I want to see this shit. They already have one out there, and it's regarding a bunch of players from Oregon and Baylor and all this different shit. I don't condone anything. If the kid did it bad, I didn't want any of them. Just so you know, half those kids in that report on the USA Today that he's already put out there, I turned those kids down. Like I could have took them. I turned them down too, because if I do find out there's some shakiness or there ain't no solid ground, I'm not fucking with them.
Right.
And regardless of and if they were convicted or charged, I'm not fucking with them at all.
Right.
And people don't realize, motherfucking Garden City in my same league had a motherfucker that we played. He had a fucking ankle bracelet on. And he was at another school. All right. I'm not going to name any names. He was at another school and got charged with the same sexual acts.
He wasn't responsible.
Yeah. He was fucking charged. And guess what? Them motherfuckers took the dude. I didn't take him. I didn't want nothing to do with the motherfucker.
Right.
Dog, after he played us, a couple weeks later, he was charged again in Garden City. And not only for that, for other shit, and got extradited back.
Ah, shit.
And, hey, man, a square is a square. Circle's a circle. I don't give a fuck. They're never going to change their shape.
You should be emailing that coach.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no shit. I'm scared. Why they going to call me? Oh, because you could get a last chance you fame?
Danger to the campus.
Yeah, danger to campus. Yeah. Just so you know, not one player of mine got arrested under my watch. And no kids ever left the 4-year or been arrested from the 4-year when they left me. 101 kids in 3 years at Independence.
Well, just period. I mean, not even the football shit. Just on GP on a regular daily basis, you can't fucking screen every you know what I mean? People gonna do what they gonna do. The campus is dangerous just with people fucking walking around there, period.
No, there's cats that came off the street and shoot
on, man.
Motherfuckers, man.
Come on, man. He just wants some fucking attention.
He wants attention, but, the motherfucker's out his mind.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of that whole shit, man, as went down, and, I just thought I wanted to talk about it. And me and Eddie George discussed it. I mean, I think everybody deserves a second chance, but, cats that are, to me, man, the pedophiles of the world and the motherfuckers that touch girls and young kids, I have no sympathy for them. That's one cat, one genre, if you want to call it, that I won't touch, and I don't really feel sorry for. So But cats that get thrown under the rug and thrown under the bus for shit they didn't do or just wrong place, wrong time, I think you deserve a second chance. And, I think my athletic director did a great job. She knew about it. It was a Title IX issue. All the background sources that we had to go through the processes, and we did them, and we turned over rocks, and I'm not regretful at all about it. And I'm glad those kids got scholarships and moved on and graduated. And now they have a chance in the NFL, and so we'll see. It's fucked up. But yeah, it's a slap in my face, so I got pissed and went off on the motherfucker. Like people are gonna like I'm gonna allow some shitbird predator to play for me. Like, get the fuck out of here. Watch the show, you slapdick fuck.
You is slapdick pretty much.
Why you calling me slapdick?
Cause my dick slapped you across your face.
Now that is the slapdick of the week. And we want you to know that the USA reporter, and you'll find out who he is soon enough. Now, look, there's this topic, Spree, I'm going to bring up to you. I want to get your take.
Yep.
Joe Burrow, the quarterback at LSU, the Heisman Trophy winner, who balled out and dominated Oklahoma.
You mean the Census Burrow?
Yeah, Census Burrow. The cats that, Census Burrow, what the fuck is that? It's the cats that go around and do the hood. They check the hood. They check the
Burrow.
Burrow. That's a wash scene. If you guys don't know what the wash is, you need to go fucking watch it. So Joe Burrow's dad, man, I know really well. I didn't even realize who it was. He was a coach at the University of Ohio. Coach Solich. Frank Solich is the head coach there. I've known a long time since he recruited me back in 05, 06. Recruited kids for me. He retired, okay? He retired to watch Joe Burrow play his senior year at LSU. Now, I've seen these reports on Twitter and social media, and I love Coach Burrow, man. I love what he does, and I like to engage. I had intermingle with him in recruiting, and all that. Great dude. All these social media people come out and start talking. The greatest dad ever. To do this, and I'm just laughing kind of because I'm like, hold on now. They must be from fucking Rosie land and where everything's peachy keen and fucking shit smells like roses and you could fart in the wind and not smell it. Listen, everybody, he was a Division I football coach, made a pretty good living. His son is going to be possibly the first draft pick. So he's sitting on millions. Not every fucking dad has that luxury I'm going to retire and watch my son play. It's not that fucking easy. So, please stop saying he's the greatest dad of all time. There's a lot of dads that unfortunately do a lot more but can't do it. And you have no idea who they are out there. And some of them, unfortunately, even get tabbed as a fucking deadbeat dad. And they tried their hardest, but we don't all have that luxury of having a first-round son and going to the NFL.
But LeBron goes to his son game and get bashed for it.
He gets bashed because he's supporting his kid.
But they praise this motherfucker. Huh?
It's a very relative thing, man, and it's relative to professions and means of employment. Let me just tell you, I don't think that this guy, could you just retire tomorrow to watch Jets fucking senior year in high school?
Man, I wish I could.
So please refrain that and think about the whole picture, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers homeless out in LA, the number one homeless city in America. And I ran into a dude I saw in downtown LA, man. He's a buddy, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck? And I knew who the guy was. He's homeless and he was a straight baller. And I know he has 2 kids for a fact. And he was a great dude, great dad. And whatever reason, I didn't get to talk to him, but for whatever reason, he's fucked up now on the streets in downtown L.A. And he was a freak of nature on the football field and in the basketball court. And he's got 2 kids alone, and I know he sure can't fucking retire, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You guys need to fucking sit back and have some fucking... eat some humble pie and think about who the greatest dads are before you start talking that shit, man. That pissed me off. Jameis Winston throws 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. First person ever.
That's a wash, ain't it?
First quarterback ever. So he didn't throw no touchdowns, no picks.
That's a wash.
What's your thoughts on that? And then I hear there's a rumor out there he wants $30 million a year
For each touchdown or each pick. I don't know what you want it for.
I don't know, dog. I mean,
maybe zero. It's a wash.
Fuck.
0 million. He said he's the greatest cat, though. If he didn't throw them 30 picks, he said he was the greatest quarterback.
Oh shit.
Something like that.
If he didn't throw those 30 picks, hey, he had a couple 400-yard games, and I think he is a gunslinger. His coach, Coach Arians, I think is I think he is the best fit for him. So if he can get through to him and fix him, I think he's in the right spot.
He beat my fucking Rams though, so I really can't say too much of shit.
We'll see, man. I already talked about Freddie Kitchens getting fired at Cleveland on last Monday. I think it's management and ownership. I think Baker Mayfield has something to do with that. I think he's a shitbird fucking coach killer. But you got OBJ, dog. Yeah. You got two great running backs, Chubb and fucking Hunt. I mean, what? Why you can't score no points? Why OBJ didn't have how many catches did he have this year? Like, did you see the catch he made Sunday?
Nah.
Motherfucker went up and grabbed the ball over. It made the Cats look like they were in Pop Warner, and then he touch-toed the motherfucker, get touchdown, and they're like, and I saw I think Ryan Clark, somebody posted on Twitter like, Baker Mayfield pisses me off even more seeing that this cat make that type of catch.
He ain't got no damn line though. You know what I'm saying? Keep him back there for a minute.
Shit, that motherfucker
do start with the line.
Dog, he's a one read guy. He makes one read. He don't like it. He's off it, and he's fucking running around and he's trying to improvise.
He one of them cats.
He's just throwing shit at the wall, see if it sticks, dog.
Oh shit, yeah, you can't have that. Trying to,
fuck. I don't know, man.
Have longevity and some wins and some playoffs and Super Bowls. You can't do that.
Yeah, it sounds like a shit show to me. It's a fucked up deal. They are who we thought they fucking were. You know what I mean? So
it's just that fucker's attitude, though. Period. That's another thing. He just kind of, you know what I mean?
Baker?
Yeah.
He's a shitbird.
Yeah.
How are you a shitbird and play quarterback? But how are you a shitbird and play quarterback? I just don't understand it. I mean, it don't make no sense to me. I'm so fucking over this shitbird quarterback shit, man. There's no room in your job description, man. I just don't get it. Your job description don't allow that shit, but we have fucking shitbirds playing quarterback. And there's a lot of them out there, man. Shit. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I think hopefully some shit will change. I don't know, man. We got a few questions, man. I've been asked a few times. I was out in Seattle, man. I was asked about my favorite cigars. Look, I got a go-to cigar. I think I've said it before, man. I smoke a Brick House Maduro 60 gauge. I think it's a cheaper, smooth stick that you can get, man.
Send us some, Brick House.
If you can find them, I suggest it. I'm a Maduro guy, though. I like it. I like a hard, strong smoke, man. Strong, hard smoke. I don't like soft shit. So make sure you guys go get a
that shit'll get you sick.
Brick House, man.
It depends on how you eat and shit, man. You just can't go for a fucking strong stogie right away.
Yeah, you soft.
You gotta eat on some good shit first before you hit that.
But you're
all
soft.
That shit.
I think you're soft.
You need that mid-grain.
You gotta be. You can't be soft either, though. So,
I had that mid-grain first.
Yeah, Listen, I got a question, man. And I'm gonna Spree played the position, man, and at a high level and stuff. But the question was, where do I think? What advice do I have to an aspiring young coach that just got done playing? So if I'm asked Spree, like, if you think could you have coached right when you went to, like, let's just say Fort Hays, you left Compton and you wanted to go to Fort Hays and you started, you think it's hard to give that advice, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, you could coach, but if you still around the age of these cats, you just getting out. So it's hard to you relate to them cats too much. You know what I'm saying? If you're not
exactly. So could you have separated yourself from a player to a coach that fast at 22, 21,
Yeah,
23?
that's tough. Remember, we had a coach at Compton, Coach Clark. What's up, Coach Clark?
Yeah.
I just didn't feel that cat was.
Yeah.
He was coaching me, but I felt shit. You just got out of college or whatever. You're not even on my level.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't respect that just off the age shit.
Respect earned,
So
respect given.
it's kind of hard to.
Real recognizes real as well.
You know,
So,
he was a good coach, but that was just my take at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we were a bunch of ignorant older cats. Fellas, we played at Compton College, and we went 0-10. That was a year Compton College had been. Compton College, so you guys know, back in '98.
We didn't win one?
Nope. They had a 90. They came off of. They didn't have a season the year before. They had dropped football. So we took a squad over. Coach Ward took a squad over that basically was like the motherfucking replacements.
Yeah.
And we basically had 22, 23-year-old cats straight out the pen. All of us had kids. It was daddy daycare on the practice field every day.
2 years out of high school.
Yeah. We were fat, out of shape. Cats were smoking weed in the locker room at halftime. Cats were drinking 40 ounces in the locker.
Yeah.
During the game, cats drinking 40 ounces, man. I'm not bullshitting you. So just so you understand.
Good time.
Man. Do you know, dog, that team, there's 15 cats that have died?
Yeah.
15 guys that and you know they're all like assassination, murder.
Yeah.
Strangler got hung in the projects.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. Yeah.
Bandy got smoked in front of Compton High, right in front of the police station, after beating a dude's ass over a girl.
Yeah, man.
He comes back after getting his ass beat and shoots you. You know, that's just that cowardly ass bitch shit.
That was the type of squad.
So you know,
should have been 10-0.
We should have. We lost a lot of games by 1-2 points.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So go back to the question. My advice to a young coach, man, is you better get up before everybody else, and you better go to sleep after everybody else, and
just be a sponge, huh?
Be a sponge. Keep everything off the head coach's desk that's negative.
Well, I think, Coach, excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off, but what I think is find a squad if you can, somebody that you think is a good mentor, and kind of watch what they do. If you have that opportunity to get, to know somebody already and get on a squad like that. But if not, just be a sponge, man, and kind of take it all in and almost be a fly on the wall type shit.
You got to be. But this is the thing, though. It ain't that easy to get into that job.
Right,
so, you got to probably start. If you ain't a GA and just got done playing, if you got done playing, you need a GA. Mm-hmm. If I could do it all over, I probably wouldn't have chased playing professionally. I probably would have went and being a GA. And I guarantee I'd be a Power 5 Division I head coach somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do that. And a lot of these guys frown upon that when they hire. And if you didn't GA like they did, they won't hire you. And that's just how it is. It's a tight fraternity. I'm not necessarily mad at it, but there are guys out there like myself and other junior college guys that are more than worthy, but they'll never get a chance, unfortunately. So that my advice is, man, keep bad shit off the head coach's desk. Be the head coach of your position, and go study, man. And when the head coach asks for something, have that motherfucker right then and there. Don't say you'll go back and get it and turn it to him later. That was my biggest compliment to a coach, man. It was a guy that had the shit ready for you when you asked for it.
Just be a student of that shit, huh?
And, the number one job for an assistant coach, for you guys out there that don't realize it, is to protect the fucking head coach. So that is the number one single most important job for the assistant. Protect the head fucking coach. Maybe be loyal. Fuck. There's so many fucking shitbirds out there now, man, that want to be fucking some 5-minute fame guy. It's unbelievable. Another guy asked me, man, do I have any coaching offers? No, I don't have any offers. I'm not really looking for them either. So I just, not right now, man. I'm just chilling. Like I said, I've been doing a few events. Seattle was a great one last weekend over the holidays. And we'll see, man. we'll see what lies ahead. I don't know where I'm at yet right now, and I'm just having fun doing this, and so we'll see how the road takes us, what road I travel down next.
Shit, would you rather head coach a lower division or go upper division and be assistant?
I'm probably over the assistant shit. Yeah, I need to run my own program probably from now on out.
Not even OC?
Nah, I don't know, man. It had to be a big
Depends
time.
on where it's at.
Yeah, it'd have to be an SC or some shit like that.
Right.
But hey, man, I like I said, I hope you guys were safe last night, coming off New Year's Eve, and enjoy New Year's Day and the bowl games and the games, and Monday's a national championship game. We'll get to more of that on Friday. And we'll get to the NFL game, the playoff weekend that's coming ahead, and we'll get to a few of those things, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more on the subject. But hey, tweet us out, man, some questions. Respond and rate us on iTunes. Leave some comments. Give us your thoughts, man, on what you guys think, especially about our meat and potatoes topics today, about the USA Today deal and all that type of shit, man. And I guess you can't really comment on that stuff unless you've lived in it or been a part of it either, so it's hard. But I'll still read your comments subjectively and try to be I'll try to keep an open mind to it.
I'm going to look that article up.
Yeah, but I know there's a lot of slapdicks out there that'll make slapdick comments. So, but make sure, man, you check out my bookie, and make sure you listen to that and go check it out if you are better. And hey, man, looking forward to episode 10 Friday. Stay tuned and listen in. And like I said, I'll be having some former players of mine from Last Chance U on the podcast coming up. I also have a few other big name guests in line coming up, so it's only going to get better. It seems like we've done 1,000 of these, and this is just number 9. So keep continuing to listen, and we appreciate the support. And like I said, go get you a Slapdick sweater. Go follow Slapdick Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, and follow us on YouTube. It's in our bios. For my main man Spreewell.
Yay.
It's the real Coach JB here, man. Another day, another dollar. We'll holler at you next time. Peace.
Hope this ain't my last chance. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me. Will I make it? Will I take it to the top? We gon' see. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me. Will I make it? Will I take it to the top? We gon' see. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me. It's the last chance for you. Last chance for me.
Find a guy, man.